Hey, 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 beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm guided to do this video today because I've had a lot of twin flames connecting in with me about the energies that are going on. And let me tell you, my throat chakra is probably going to play up in this reading because there is so much energy going around right now. Some of you may be exhausted. Some of you may have headaches or dizziness or tiredness or feel like you don't really know what to do. And I shared some songs recently, two channeled songs. One of them was from Una, and it's called Used to Love. And it's a channeled message from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. And I want to discuss this song and also the Simply Read song, which is the reflection or the answer from the Divine Masculine to what the Divine Feminine is saying. And then I want to delve into, using the tarot cards, I want to delve into the Divine Masculine, because I know a lot of you are confused about what's going on right now. So let me start with these two songs. Okay, so the first one is Used to Love by Una, and some of the lyrics go, I wonder if you think about me, I wonder if your heart is healing, no regrets, no looking back now, nothing left, you let me back down, you used to love, you used to care, but no more. I'm better than before. She also says that she's such a slave for love. Now, what's going on here is that the Divine Feminine feels really lonely. She feels as though her Divine Masculine is nowhere to be seen, and she's wondering why. And this connection to her trauma space, let's say, or her need for him to come in, is actually linked to her karmic life, where she is blocking out certain people that are coming in, whether that's family, friends, or a karmic situationship or partner. And I want to explain this a little bit further, because what happens is the twin flames, I've got a little drawing. This is something I prepared earlier, and if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I find my drawings quite hilarious. But let's use the lemniscate or the twin flame symbol to understand this a little bit better. Take the energy how it resonates for you. Of course, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine are merely titles, and gender is unimportant. It's the energies that we're focusing upon. But I've simply drawn a woman and a man. But if that's different for your situation, of course, completely, use it to how you want. Okay, but one of you will be usually more feminine than masculine. And of course, these polarities can flip at times too. And we all have Divine Masculine and feminine, energies within us. So anyway, let me get back to what I'm trying to explain to you. So the Divine Feminine has this karmic life around her, okay? So let's just say this bit of a mess around her is her karmic life, and this bit of a mess around Divine Masculine is his karmic life. And some twin flames are generally quite happy in their karmic life, but many are miserable. And, we've got different shades in between. So some are happy, some are miserable, okay? But what happens is, when stuff goes on in Divine Feminine's karmic life, she tends to close off her heart chakra. So, I don't know, Nancy from accounting came in and told her that the reports weren't on her desk, on Friday afternoon, and she'd have to stay, Divine Feminine was going to have to stay behind at work for an extra 2 hours. And of course, Divine Feminine got quite bitter about that, and under her breath calls Nancy a so-and-so, a biatch, or whatever she's going to call her, and she closes off her heart space. And then maybe her cousin Gary rings her up and, says, well, what did you buy that for? How come you're spending so much money on that vacuum cleaner, or I don't know, whatever it is. And so she's closing off her heart space in her karmic life. This is being mirrored here in the Divine Masculine's life as well, and I'll get to him in a minute. But this song really represents the Divine Feminine's mood right now. Let me read the lyrics again. I wonder if you think about me. Okay, so she's first of all stating, I wonder if you even think about me anymore. So she's kind of already closed off her heart space to him. I wonder if your heart is healing. She's kind of, she's pushing the ball into his court. Are you healed? Are you fully ready for this? When she's not ready herself. And then she goes on to say, no regrets, no looking back now. Nothing's left. You let me back down. So she's basically blaming him for not coming in, when in fact it's that she's closed off her heart chakra to the other people in her life and is wondering why he's not coming in. So this is a big thing with twin flames that not many people understand. It's a really important understanding. If you close your heart chakra off to the people in your life that are not your twin flame, then it's going to have an effect on your relationship with your twin flame. You're going to wonder where they've gone. Okay, because the twin flame relationship is all about energy. It's all about this soul to soul connection. It's all about this heart to heart, third eye to third eye connection. So if you're not feeling your masculine and your feminine right now, it's because their energy probably sucks a lot. Okay, so they're pissed off at the postman, or they're pissed off at Nancy in accounting, or they're pissed off with their mother, or they're pissed off with someone in their life, and this energy gets blasted out. Okay, let's look at this energy here. It's getting blasted out and it's hitting the Divine Masculine. So he goes, oh, okay, she's kind of not ready for me to come in. So I hope that you can understand that. So this song I put out because as the Divine Feminine is treated poorly in her karmic life by other people, and there's a lot of this going on, a lot of yelling, a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness and spitefulness and jealousy and all of those yucky lower third dimensional vibrations going on in the world right now. People are pissed off about the whole world situation, of course, as well. And then Christmas is coming, which is more stress, and some people have lost their jobs, and on and on it goes. So as she's kind of getting pissed off with things in her own world, she's sending off this pissed off energy to her Divine Masculine. Whether she's doing that willingly or not is some Divine Feminines are willingly pissed off with their Divine Masculines, but some of them are subconsciously or energetically sending out this message. And so then we have the Simply Red song, which is the answer to this. And he says, if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. Okay? And then he says, you should understand me like I understand you. I ain't gonna do nothing to break up our happy home. Right? Talking about the soul. I'm not going to do anything. We're still looking at each other from a distance, maybe only in 5D right now, or the ethereal. But he says, I'm not going to do anything to break up our happy home, because it's the one thing he knows that he can count on. He even goes on to say, we've all got our own funny moods. I've got mine, and woman, you've got yours too. he then says, just trust in me like I trust in you. What good is a love affair when you can't see eye to eye? So he's saying here, right, he's so intelligent, the divine masculine, you have no idea. His soul is saying to divine feminine soul, I can feel your pissed offness, whether it's at him or not. It may not be directed at him. But remember, how do we get to coming into union with our counterpart? It's soul work that we have to do. And if your energy is in any kind of space other than unconditional love and in its joy, then you're going to be sending off a really disgusting energy. And he can feel this. So she's kind of, without even realizing, saying, you know, well, you used to love me, you used to care about me, we used to talk more often, you know, now we're in separation again. You know, goodness only knows when you're coming back in. That's what her energy is doing. Okay, so whether she's actually physically saying that or if it's just her energy, it kind of doesn't matter. But then he comes back and he says, hey, if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. He is her and she is him. And he's stating this to her, and it's a very profound mix of channeled songs because, you know, her pissed offness is being sent out into the universe, whether she means to do that or not. She might be pissed off with the postman, but she's still sending pissed off energy out into the universe, and he's getting it because he is her. So he feels everything she feels. And so he says, if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. So he's also got his own stuff going on. He's trying to remain as calm as he can, despite his own challenges. But divine feminine will take it and run with it and say, you know, hey, bucko, you're not coming in because you don't love me anymore. And he'll be like, you're not letting me come in because you are pushing me away. Wow. Is that profound or is that profound? I think my drawing should be, I don't know, should it go in a museum somewhere for twin flames? I don't know, but I think it's kind of funny. Donkey's laughing here. Donkey's laughing. Harry's gone shopping to buy something nice for Charlotte. Hopefully it's a promise ring or an engagement ring of some kind. So let's talk a little bit more about divine masculine now. Let's get into him, because the first card that flew out for him, a message for divine feminine: you need more time to heal. All right. Now, whether we like to say this or not, that was interesting. The Knight of Cups just fell down and the Lovers just fell down, and then the Eight of Pentacles. So he's working right now as well. If you didn't know, he's working really hard on himself. I'll shuffle the cards in a moment on camera so you can see. But I want to talk about this because he really, really understands that divine feminine's going through a hard time. He can feel it. He also feels the energy of the world. And he knows, you know, that it's not been the easiest of rides. But there needs to be balance for him to come back in, because if he comes back in and she's in a pissed off mood, that's not going to go down very well either. And it's not going to help the connection at all, because this is a soul to soul, heart to heart, joyous, unconditionally loving connection. So no matter what your twin flame does, you need to have unconditional love for them. And this is kind of a little bit of a test for divine feminine right now. Can you love your divine masculine anyway? And not only that, can you love all of the people around you and not blame them? Can you realize that there doesn't need to be any more blame going on? I listened a while ago to a beautiful, I may share it soon, but I'll just give you a quick version. So I listened to a wonderful man speaking, and he was talking about blame and how, most people, especially in the third dimensional reality, go through their life and they want to blame everyone else for their circumstances. So they want to say, well, if only I had a better upbringing, if only I had a mother that cared about me, or the circumstances were better, then I could have been better. And so there's this constant blaming going around, for why their life is a certain way. And as you awaken, as you get to a point in your life when you understand that everything you do, comes from the mind and comes from the heart space. It's either comes from the mind or the heart space. Let's call the ego and the mind the same thing. But when you can allow the shift of blame to fall on yourself for what's going on in your life, and not shift that blame on anyone else, then you can truly love unconditionally. And that sounds really difficult because, yes, Aunt Nancy is annoying at the Christmas party, and, Uncle Bob is a total, can we say wanker, or do we need the swearing bell? Maybe we need to say wanker with the swearing bell. But, that you are going to come across people who are not for you, who are not part of your, what I would call your soul tribe, all right? But this doesn't mean that you have to, blame. If you let go of the blame, then you're free, is what I'm trying to say. I'll say that. If you let go of the blame, take it off of other people, take it off of your twin flame, take it off of whoever you think you should be blaming for your circumstances, then you can truly be free. Okay, so divine masculine here is being slower than slow for most twin flames right now. Again, he's concreted into the ground. He's got some bills to pay. He's got some, resources he has to expend right now. Time and energy being exchanged here. For some of them, they do have, dependents. People who depend on them for money or for their resources in some kind of way. If you can bring yourself back into a state of balance, divine feminine, self-love and self-care and nurturing, you will see your divine masculine come back to you within the next month or so, either in the 5D or the 3D, but hopefully in the 3D, okay, because he's thinking about you a lot. Right, this pause was necessary for you, divine feminine. There's a lot going on in the energies in general, in the air, just in the air, let alone in your own life. And there's a need for you to fall back into this either prayer position or meditation position and just quiet your mind. Stop overthinking. There's a need for nourishment of the soul, okay? If you can't nourish your soul, then you're more than likely not going to nourish, your body either. And this is important. Divine masculine is coming across right now in his more feminine energy. Okay, so it's as if the scales have tipped a little bit here, and he is being more feminine and intuitive than usual. Perhaps the divine feminine is being more masculine right now because she's had to make more money, rush around for the Christmas period, you know, etc., etc. You know, as divine feminine kind of kicks goals related to creativity, she becomes more masculine, and usually the divine masculine becomes more feminine. So this is what's going on here, is that he's being highly intuitive at the moment, and if you haven't heard from him, it's because your energy has been very stagnant or very pissed off about something. It may not be related to your divine masculine, but he can feel this energy intuitively, and he kind of knows that he should stay away right now. He is, however, looking to the future with you. I feel like his plan is going to come to some kind of fruition in the third dimensional world within the next 3 months. Okay, I know I was saying Christmas time, but there was some weird energy for many twin flames that kind of got in the way of Christmas time. So within the next 3 months, we're in December now, so hopefully by March you're going to see some movement forward. The root chakra is quite important here. His feeling of stability needs to be he needs to feel stable with you. So if he comes in and you are giving him the cold shoulder, he's liable to go away again. So it's up to you how you behave, both energetically in the 5D and also in the 3D. What he needs right now is unconditional love. And I know many divine feminines are screaming for attention right now, are screaming from loneliness, are screaming, you know, they kind of feel like, I don't know, that woman from The Sound of Music, you know, who stands on the hill and she's she sings "The Hills Are Alive" with the sound of music, but it's kind of the opposite of that, where she just really wants to feel her divine masculine. He knows this. You know, he's kind of on the mountain here listening to her screaming. She may be screaming at her family or the postman or whoever that nasty woman is in accounting, but definitely he knows that she's off balance. He's also kind of off balance too, but he's stable enough to send this message today through me. So that's kind of good. I really feel like this, you know, if you can share this message on your social media, you know, if you know of other twin flames who can really benefit from this, I think this message is going to really hit home for many people today. Divine feminine, been ungrounded in the recent past, and for some of them are still feeling this way, are still feeling, you know, like I kind of want to tumble her down the hill. You know, she sang that screamy song. I'm not laughing at divine feminine, I'm just laughing at what I'm doing with the card because it's quite stupid really, but it's funny. But you know what I mean? She's like caught in the bulrushes, going down the hill, going, where's my divine masculine when I need him? And of course, he's just feeling the energy. You know, he's got the call to be with her, but then he's like, excuse me, angels, but is she actually gone batshit crazy right now? Because that's the energy that's coming from her. And she's like, give me my divine masculine right now. He used to love me. He used to care, but no more. Where the, you know, I don't know. Should I blaspheme or not? I won't, but she's like, crikey. If she's an Australian woman, she says, crikey, where is he? You know? I mean, if he came down under, I could show him some kookaburras and kangaroos or something. Where is he? And he's like, angel, hey, have a word to her to just calm down. I'm right here. I'm going through a little bit of stuff right now. I'll be there soon. And goodness only knows who these kids are. Maybe they're the other angels going, wow, this energy is crazy right now. So he's going to stay hung up for a little minute. But there's going to be an enlightenment in this hang up that he has. Right? He does not want to deceive you, right? But he will not play mind games with you either. He would rather take his mind and run. You see this? This is Gary, the mind game guru. He would rather take his, he's got enough of his own BS going on in his life. So he doesn't need any more from Divine Feminine. And she needs to remember this is not a 3D relationship. It's not the same. You guys love each other unconditionally. Unconditionally. Whether he comes in or not, you love him, remember? Whew, that's hard to swallow. He may also be having a hard time with money. This has been a theme over the last few weeks, okay? Resources and money. He may not be able to get to you because of that. And maybe that, is difficult for him because he wants to. Wow. He's felt the drama going on with you and or him. And he's kind of, he's a bit down. He's a bit down. But he was strong enough to bring you these lyrics today. If you don't know me by now, you will never, never know me. Okay? You should understand me like I understand you. I ain't gonna do nothing to break up our happy home. Right? We've all got our funny moods. I've got mine, and woman, you've got yours too. Just trust in me like I trust in you. What good is a love affair when you can't see eye to eye? So he doesn't want to argue with you like he argues with his karmics. But the whole thing is that the arguing needs to stop with the karmics on both ends, for both divine, feminine and masculine, for this to come together. Because if you understand unconditional love, you would understand that your life needs to be made up of unconditional love for all things. Even the postman, even Aunt Bessie at the wedding, who's, I don't know, what's she doing? She's she got drunk and she's stripping. We need to love her too. Okay? What barriers have you put up against love? Your divine masculine can feel it when your heart chakra closes off. Whether you're closing off your heart chakra to your father or your mother or your brother or your cousin or whoever, your counterpart can feel the closed offness, and so they separate because they think, well, hey, they've got some healing to do. They've got some stuff going on. They don't need me right now. And look at this. I love the way the bottom of the deck really portrays this. We've had this card twice now. Divine Feminine may need 4 weeks of healing. Okay. What's the bottom of the deck here? You can't manifest from a place without love. You can, but you're going to manifest drama. So what do you want to manifest? This is for both twin flames. What are you trying to manifest? Do you want to manifest drama? Because the universe will keep bringing more and more and more of that. Or do you want to manifest unconditional love? Unconditional love. Have a think about it. We need Divine Feminine to be grounded so the twin flame can come in. He really, really, really wants to send a message to you about committing to you, if he hasn't already done so, but he wants to commit to you. And I feel like within the next 2 or 3 months, maybe within even the next month, that can happen. But remember that your karmic people that you deal with who aren't your twin flame are part of the journey too. And if you cannot love them unconditionally, then you need to break away from these people so that you can be in a state of unconditional love. Like a child, you want to be childlike. Yes, we all have our shadow side and we all get grumpy and tired and all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. You know, we we're not perfect. We have a shadow side. But if you're feeling like this most of the time, and if you're feeling like that most of the time, left out in the cold, depressed, anxious, scared, fearful, sad, that is not going to help your twin flame journey. That's not going to help you at all. All right? So I know this message is kind of harsh today. I know that it kind of coming across maybe a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to say brutal, but it's kind of harsh for the divine feminine. But I want you to understand that you are the conscious part of the journey, and as you consciously decide what to do, your divine masculine is going to respond to that. So if you're living in a state of love, what are you going to be attracting? You're going to be attracting love. If you're living in a state of chaos, what are you going to be attracting? Chaos. And if that's the case, your divine masculine is going to want to run a mile away from you. Like a long way. Okay, because they don't want any more chaos. They've been there, done that, got the postcard. They want to stare at you. See my romantic picture? They want to stare at you romantically. Okay. The energy that's coming from divine feminine to masculine needs to be beautiful. The energy that comes from divine masculine to feminine needs to be beautiful. But this also must be with the people in your life. It cannot just be for your twin flame, because then you're living a lie. Then you're being deceptive. If you hate everyone in your life but your twin flame, then that's not good. That's part of the journey. Part of the journey is to learn to love unconditionally and to not blame others and understand others. You can understand others without blaming them. You can understand others without judging them. You can understand that others are going through their own journeys. And so this is the lesson or the concept for today. Okay, please share this video with as many people as you can if you find it helpful. It's really relevant in everyday life, not just for twin flames, I feel. So take it how it resonates and leave me a comment. You may not agree with what I've said, and that's fine. But if you do, you feel free to ask more questions about this. But as you just remember, as you send out whatever vibration you send out, it's going to hit your, let's say this is your twin flame, it's going to hit them energetically. So if you're pissed off, I don't know, with Aunt Bessie because she's stripping at your cousin's wedding, right? He's going to feel it. He's going to feel it because he is you. And this is also when, divine feminine can pick up on his energy and she can feel him too. So if for many divine masculines, they're married or in some kind of situation where they're legally bound, maybe they've got children or something like that, but she feels this too. She feels the heartache or the heartbreak or the karmicness of the situation. When he's having a hard time, she feels it too. For some twin flames, they can both have tummy aches or they can both have headaches at the same time. They can literally get physical symptoms at the same time. They can both be worn out at the same time. And they can both be opposite too. So there can be one twin flame having a wow of a time and the other twin flame, really struggling. So there can be mirroring here, and there can also be duality in the twin flame journey. But remember, you need to be in joy all of the time. You need to live a life of unconditional love and include those people, places, and situations around you. And if something's not serving you, get rid of it as quickly as you can. Otherwise, it's going to be a block in the way of your twin flame journey, and you're going to wonder why you're in separation and staying in separation. Okay? If you need my help, you can email me. My ascension package is geared for twin flames to come into union with themselves, and then also the manifesting package will really increase your understanding about all of this a lot more. Okay, so let me know if you need those. All the details are in the description box below. I love you all so much. If you're guided to send a donation as an energy exchange, I would love that too. And I hope you have a really beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. I love you all so much. Have a great day. Bye, everyone. Bye.